Welcome back, everybody, to this lovely series where I teach you how to one dig. Just kidding. This gun is absolutely awful. Never ever buy it. Never ever waste your money on it. Welcome back to Counter-Strike Global Offensive. How to get better. Episode 5. And today's episode is going to focus around your aim so you don't end up using this horrible deagle and dying like that. Anyways, getting to the point of this episode. If you guys have not watched the other ones, I would definitely recommend you do. They're on my channel, or I'll leave a link in the description, or there might be some buttons or annotations around on this video where you guys can go ahead and click and watch the previous episodes, because those are definitely important. The other episodes, again, focused on your settings and preferences, console commands, all that good stuff, all that jazz, configs and stuff like that. It's really important. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go watch those episodes now. But anyways, getting back to the point of this episode, now that you've hopefully got all your stuff integrated into Counter-Strike, all your settings and all that good stuff, now we can finally start playing and getting into the thick of it. That's what she said. So, your aim. So the very first thing you can do to improve your aim is definitely get into a deathmatch server. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to some live comm that I recorded so you guys can go ahead and hear me talk. Okay, so when you start up and want to play some TDM deathmatch, you can go to Browse Community Servers and you can look on the Internet tab, and you just wait for your servers to load. Don't worry if it pauses, it might take a little while. And you might want to do players to just see how many players are on, or the most amount of players, so you can find a populated server. But this might take a little bit, so it's still refreshing, so don't worry, it'll probably be faster for you. There you go. So see, it's starting to go, and it will keep going for a long time. And here you go, you got all these different servers, and now you're starting to get overwhelmed. For example, this one, 24/7 Dust 2 Deathmatch. So that is what you're looking for. So you just click connect and you'd get into the game. I'll show you guys that right now. And certain deathmatch servers, if you like them, you should add them to your favorites tab. And you can do that in the browse community servers by just right-clicking it, right-clicking on the server and just adding it to your favorites. So here's downloading some custom mods or sounds on the server. And you can do that on the community servers because they're run by people who own the server, not Valve. So they can add all kinds of things like different skins. For example, a CT could have some different skin, some weird cool looking skin or something. So here we are in the deathmatch server, and usually the deathmatch servers usually have this weapon menu. So all you do is just press 1. And you can choose all kinds of guns, and there's other pages as well, and you can also choose a secondary. So AK and Glock, I got it here. And if you die, you can always respawn, and the menu will be there. And there's different options like pressing the. I'm gonna see if I can get myself killed here. Okay. So as you can see, there's these same weapons every time, same weapons. And random weapons. So I'm just gonna choose the same weapons every round. So I died again. If you guys want different guns after doing that, all you do is just type in /guns into the chat, and the menu will come up again. And then you can choose different guns for the next time you die. So this is an example of a deathmatch server that you can play on to help improve your aim. There's also the option to actually go into your game, press play, find a game, and Valve did add a deathmatch option, classic maps. If you just click go, this is more of a Valve owned server or whatever. It's not owned by the community like the other deathmatch server is. This one it's a little different than the other one, but it's still good to help improve your aim. But I prefer the custom deathmatch servers owned by the community, because it's just what I used to play on in the other Counter Strikes like 1.6 and Source. and there was no deathmatch mode in the other Counter Strikes except for Go. So I just prefer using the community, but it's totally up to you. It's totally your preference. Alright, back to some more exciting gameplay. This is back to some more CSGO deathmatch. Just like the server I was in, this is a perfect example of it. This is some CSGO community deathmatch. So, yeah, it's definitely probably the best way to improve your aim in this Counter Strike as well as the other ones. Because I mean, practice makes perfect, and that goes for pretty much everything. So just deathmatch a lot. You know, you can deathmatch like an hour a day. Just deathmatch before you play some classic competitive as a warm up if you want. That's what I do sometimes, and it definitely helps out. But now we're going to talk about some factors that will also improve your aim. The first factor is going to be your mouse. The type of mouse you use will affect your aim because of the DPI the mouse has, and it all depends on which mouse you use. I'm using this Microsoft IntelliMouse. This is just a really old shitty mouse from Microsoft. It's not meant for gaming or anything, you know, it's just meant for everyday use, but sometimes you just gotta deal with what you got. Just gotta work with it. But if you guys are interested in getting a better mouse and you guys have the money and are willing to invest in one, you might want to get a really good one. For example, the Logitech, I don't remember the model, but a lot of the Logitech mouses, gaming mouses, are really good. As well as the Razer mouses. For instance, the Razer Death Adder, that's really good. But they are pretty pricey, and yeah, so they're pricey. But if you got the money and you're willing to spend some money, I definitely suggest getting a good mouse, because those mouses have a higher DPI than the mouse I'm using right now and a lot of mouses that other people use. And the higher the DPI, the easier it is to move your mouse around and the easier it is for you to aim. So the second factor in improving your aim is going to be your monitor, and that might be strange, but your monitor actually does take part in your aim in a lot of first-person shooters such as CSGO. If you have a better monitor with a higher refresh rate, much like the DPI of a mouse, you're probably going to have a easier time aiming in games. For instance, CSGO. I don't know any specific models of monitors or any brands, to be honest, but if you guys are interested in purchasing that, you guys can probably look up Google, probably find some, like, you know, nice monitors for gaming, and that's probably going to help you improve your aim in CSGO. And the final factor is going to be your sensitivity in game as well as out of game. So your sensitivity in game, of course, you want to adjust that to whatever you feel is comfortable. Last time I made a CSGO video, I had it a bit higher at around 5.8. Now I've lowered it down a lot to 4 point something, and I gotta say it's helping me a lot. As well as my zoom sensitivity, I lowered that down. And the zoom sensitivity has to deal with weapons like this, the AWP, because of its scope, and that's how fast you move when scoped in. But it definitely helps to adjust it every now and then. I mean, if you're okay with the default sensitivity and you're just used to it after playing with it for a while, then stick with that. But you can always change it up and see how it affects your game. I would recommend deathmatching a little bit if you change your sensitivity, just to get familiar with it. But that's totally up to you. Now, I can't help you for what sensitivity you choose. You know, I just kind of guess. I just experiment. And that's kind of what you guys need to do if you want to find the sensitivity that is right for you. Alright, so that's pretty much all I got to say about aim. Just make sure you deathmatch often. Some of your equipment that you have will probably affect how your aim is going to play out in many first-person shooters, not just CSGO. This does not pertain to solely Counter-Strike. I mean, it could affect any other game that you play on your PC, such as Battlefield or COD, or I don't know, any free-to-play, TF2, you know, anything, any game you play, that's definitely going to help you improve your aim, as well as your sensitivity. Of course, you know, changing your sensitivity, you might want to keep that the same as other games that you play. For instance, CSGO, you might have your sensitivity around like 5 point something. Let's just say you have your sensitivity at 5, right? And let's say you play Battlefield and your sensitivity is also at somewhere around 5 or something. And of course, each game is going to have a different sensitivity. Like 5 in Battlefield might be different than 5 in CSGO. But you know, you just kind of make a feel for it, and whatever feels right in this game as well as the other game, it'll be easier for you to transition to games and still pertain your aim at the same level as it was before, rather than, you know, having to deathmatch constantly to get your aim in every single day. So you feel more comfortable, and as well as your Windows sensitivity, your Windows mouse sensitivity when you're not playing games at all, just using your regular mouse, you might want to change that as well. But I hope you guys like this video. This is pretty much it for the aim. Episode 5. Episode 6, I think that's going to be about map knowledge, and that's going to be out soon. Please comment and like the video. If you guys could subscribe, that'd be great too. It's totally up to you though. But if I get enough likes, I'll continue this series. If I don't, then I probably won't. But it's all up to you guys. So hope you guys like this. Thanks for watching. Bye. Real quickly though, I thought I'd show you guys a little tip for saving your view model position in game, and I just decided to throw this in here real quick at the end. So if you guys just type in these commands in autoexec config, and you do that just by opening a new notepad document and typing these things: your view model FOV, your view model offset X, your view model offset Y, your view model offset Z. You guys can find all of that in my previous videos. And those are your custom preferences, of course. Then at the end, you want to type in view model preset pose 0 host right config. So I'll have the commands probably up on the screen right now, but you guys want to type those into a notepad file, and then you want to click save as. And you're going to want to save it as an autoexec, autoexec.cfg, and then you want to place that into your CSGO CFG config folder. I'll have that typed out on the screen probably too. So yeah, just a quick tip. Anyways, thanks for watching.